So we are going to graph quadratic functions in a TI-84 calculator and find all of the significant parts, the characteristics of the quadratic function that we can find with our calculator. So first things first is I'm starting with a reset TI-84 calculator. I first need to graph the quadratic. So I'm going to hit this y equals to graph. And this is what you should see. Then I'm going to put this equation in. Now, this needs to be a negative, which would be this bottom button right here. And this right here would be a subtraction, which is this button. We need to make sure we're clear on that. So, we're going to hit negative. Here's another x. You get squared by hitting this button right here. Minus 2x plus 8. So now I inputted my quadratic function in for y equals. Then I'm going to hit graph. And this is what my graph looks like. So, cool. Let's see what it looks like. But I need to find some significant parts of this. So one significant part that we always talk about is always the vertex, the min or the max of my graph. So, to find the min or the max, I need to first look at the graph and decide, is there a min or is there a max? Well, here, since I have the top of a hill, that's a maximum. I'm not going to go any further than that, higher than that. So, I'm going to hit second, then I'm going to hit trace. Notice the blue is calc, that's where I'm really going. And then I see this list. Value, 0, minimum, maximum, intersect, all these other things. I'm going to go to maximum, because I knew I had a maximum. I'm going to hit enter. Then I'm going to ask for left bound. So my maximum is up here. So I need to move my cursor that's flashing to the left of my vertex. So I'm going to keep hitting over until I'm to the left of my max. Okay? I'm going to hit enter. Then it asks me for my right bound. So I'm going to hit my over arrow until my cursor is now on the other side of my max. Hit enter again. Then it says to guess. You can guess or you can just hit enter. Either way, I'll guess. There we go. And now it tells me that my vertex is negative 0.99999, which is about the same as negative 1. So my vertex here is my x value is negative 1, and then it says my y value is 9. So there's my vertex of my graph. Didn't have to do a ton of math, just had to use my calculator. So that's cool at all. So the way I teach how to graph it by hand, so if I had to graph it on a piece of paper and I have my calculator, I put my vertex in the middle, and then I extend my table both directions. So this would be negative 2, negative 3, 0, and 1. And without a calculator, I would need to go in and plug 0 in for x, plug 1 in for x, and see what my answer is. But the calculator helps us a little bit. So we hit trace, and we get our little cursor. We can move it around. It's cool. Notice it gives us our points, like negative 3.4 and 3.2 is a point. But say I want to know what is it at negative 2. I can just hit negative 2. It says my x is negative 2, you hit enter, and it tells me that my y is 8. I do the same for negative 3. Negative 3, enter, my y is 5. 0, enter, my y is 8. 1, enter, my y is 5. Now I can graph it by hand, alright? Another important thing that we can find is our zeros. So zeros are the same thing as my x-intercepts, okay? They mean the same. So I can do my second trace for calc again, go down to my, number 2, go to my 0, hit enter. Then once again it's asking me for my left bound. So this is why we have left bound and right bound, is because notice here I have 2 x-intercepts, right? Sometimes you have 2 maximums, or 2 minimums, or 4 maximums. So that's why we have that left bound and right bound, because the calculator's like, well, where do you want me to look? So I have to tell the calculator, where are you looking? So say we're going for this 0 right here, okay? I want to find what is that value, okay? So I'm going to hit, I need to get to the left of it. So I'm going to go over until my cursor is to the left of it. Okay? So I'm going to hit enter. Then I need to get to the right of that 0. So now I'm up there, and that'll work. Notice, these two arrows kind of show, okay, calculator, I only want you to look right here and find my 0. So now, if the calculator's looking there, is it going to even realize that there's a 0 here? No. That's the whole point of this. So then I hit guess. I can move it and try to guess. And it tells me that I have a 0 at -4, 0. And I can go find my other one. Second trace for my calc. Go to 0. Now left down. I'm going to this point. This 0. So I'm going to move my cursor. I mean, this is all to the left, right? So I hit enter to the left. Then I'm going to go down, be on the right, and then I guess. And my other 0 is 2, 0. So now I've found really important things that I need to know about this function. So those are things. You also can make a table. So you know how we made this table this way? I can see a table. If I hit second graph, you see in blue it says table, second graph, and I have a table. Here's all my inputs, and it gives me all my outputs for every whole number. So that's a cool way to see how things are working. So hopefully that helps. If you have any questions, just leave it in my comments.